It is win or go home here in Hamilton, Georgia. We are ready to go for Game 3 of this series. The Georgia High School Association would like to welcome you to today's Sweet 16 matchup between Harris County and Kell. Kudzu Sports on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I'm Ethan Pettit with you here as we get ready for this elimination game. It'll be Jackson Starling on the mound for Harris County. It'll be Evan Brand, the Georgia Tech commit, on the mound for Kell. So we are set for a good matchup here in this Game 3. In Game 1 of the series, it was a loss from Harris County, dropping a 6-2 game in Game 1, led by Luke Gowdy's 2-run homer in the first inning. The offense couldn't find anything after that. But in Game 2, it was a whole different story. They got down 4-0 to start the game off, but they answered quickly with a 5-run second inning, and they didn't look back. They scored 4 more runs after that 5-run inning, winning 9-6 in Game 2 to split the series, and that is why we are all here today. For Game 3, the winner of this series will face East Forsyth in the Elite Eight. Leading things off is Evan Brand for Kell. Starling had a really nice outing against Stars Mill in the Region Championship a couple weeks ago. He came in to relieve for Caden Dimitri, who only could get through an inning and a third before he came out and finished off the rest of the game. One that went in extra innings, and he starts off Brand with a swing and a miss. Starling also with a really nice changeup that he likes to go to for his put-away pitch. 0-1. Grounder on to second. McEldoon scoops it up, and the throw to first, and there's out number 1. And a nice start to the afternoon for Jackson Starling to bring up Brock Burris. Starting lineup for the Kell Longhorns is Evan Brandt, Brock Burris, Preston Bottoms, Jaden Bibby, Sam Castleberry, Ashton Murphy, Caleb Narcisse, Braden Hatcher, and Patrick Honeyman. Swinging first pitch and fouls it off. Burris was 0 for 2 in Game 2 of the series, had 2 flyouts, but drew a couple walks. Pops this one foul. He had a double in Game 1 of the series, also drew a walk, and finished his day 1 for 3. Falls behind 0-2. Todd Harris, the manager or head coach for the Kell Longhorns. That one just missing. A ball and 2 strikes here to Burris. One down here in the top of the first. Starling looking for a nice start to his evening. Here's a grounder on to third. Dimitri on a couple hops. Throws to first, and there's 2 away. Grounder to second and a ground ball to third to start the evening to bring up Preston Bottoms, the Longhorn left fielder. Was 1 for 3 in Game 2 and was 0 for 3 in Game 1. Called strike to start him off. 0-1. Up and away. Now the count even 1 ball, 1 strike. Gets a piece of it and fouls it off. Now 1-2. Kell finished their regular season 19-14. 5-7 in region play. That was not enough to win their region. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bottoms, and he just gets a piece of it and fouls it off. So still 1-2. Kell beat Locust Grove in round 1 last week. Harris County swept Druid Hills. That series with Locust Grove and Kell went to 3 games. 1-2, this one into left field. It'll be a 2-out single for Preston Bottoms. So that'll keep this first inning alive to bring up the cleanup guy, Jaden Bibby. Bibby was 0 for 4 in game 2 of the series. First one misses outside. He had a single in game 1. That came in the 3rd inning. 1 ball, no strikes to him here. Gonna check on Bottoms down at first. A ball and no strikes. Up and in, 2-0. Once again, Harris County lucking out with weather. Haven't been hardly any rainy games or bad weather games in general. There were a couple of really chilly games to start the season. There's a swing and a miss, 2-1. Series against Mundy's Mill. They had a doubleheader that night. Earlier in the season it was rainy, but it's the only one I can think of that rain was involved this season for Harris County. 2-1, that one down and away. Now 3 balls, 1 strike. Got the first 2 to ground out, but a single and now a 3-1 count to Jaden Bibby. And a called strike to keep him in the AB, and he runs it full. So runner will be in motion here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away in the top of the first. Here he goes, and it is inside. He walked him. So now 2 aboard as Bottoms will go down to second. Bibby will walk down to first to bring up Sam Castleberry. One for 4 in game 2 and was 0 for 3 in game 1. Just a lone single for him in game 2. His only hit of the series so far, that one outside. Kell with their burnt orange jerseys on here today. They had their all grays on yesterday for the first 2 games of this series. Starling's going to step off here for the 1-0. Looking for 0 here in the first. 1 ball, no strikes. Starling deals. This one popped up, but it will be out of play. Four o'clock first pitch here on a Thursday evening. A ball and a strike to Sam Castleberry. Longhorn shortstop. And this one ripped into left field. It'll drop in front of Gowdy. Bottoms being waved around, and the throw is cut off. But a runner going to third, and he tags him, and he's out. Kell will get a run, but he gets out of the jam. 1-0. Bottom of the first, ready to go. Will Dimitri will lead things off, followed by Luke Gowdy, Dejan Elder, Hudson Clark, Colt Angel, Luke McEldoon, Caden Dimitri, Sam Harkins, and Jacob Gilstrap. Your starting lineup for the Harris County Tigers here, facing elimination, but a chance to advance to the Elite Eight. As mentioned before, Evan Brand will come out and start for Kell. They have a 1-0 advantage here so far. They scored 4 in the first inning in Game 2 yesterday. There's a swing and a miss to start off Dimitri. Will had a tough Game 1, finished 0 for 5, but bounced back. Or excuse me, that was in Game 2. Game 1, he drew a couple walks and also a couple Ks. No balls and a strike. Off the plate, 1-1. Breaking ball chopped to third, scooped up by Hatcher. The throw across the diamond for the first out. So Dimitri set down. Here comes Luke Gowdy. Had the big 2-run homer in Game 1 of this series. Was the only runs Harris County scored in that game. It was his first home run at the high school level. Takes a strike. So he falls behind 0-1. Harris County scoring 9 runs in Game 2 yesterday. Really promising sign here for Game 3. Especially after a rough offensive outing in the first game. They were able to bounce back. Steal Game 2. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gowdy. This one back up the middle. Scooped up. The throw to first is close, and he is safe. Gowdy able to beat it out. It looked like it was a half swing. Castleberry not able to get to it in time. So it's going to be an infield single for Gowdy to bring it up Dejan Elder. He also had a 2-run homer yesterday. It came in Game 2. So he's got Gowdy down at first. First pitch to him is a called strike. He shakes his head, not liking that call. But 0-1. One misses low, now 1-1. Check on Gowdy down at first. He's back in safely. So here's the 1-1 to Elder. On the ground to third, could be 2. On to second for 1, and he bounced it into first. Elder will get there on the fielder's choice, and there's 2 away. So to bring up Hudson Clark, cleanup man for Harris County. Clark fouls that one away, 0-1. Brand's fastball sits around 85 to 88. Also has a changeup and a curveball. That one away. Elder down at first with 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Throw down to first, back in safely. Here's the 1-1. Over a second. And Murphy bobbled it for a second, but he's able to get it to Bibby to end the first. 1-0 after 1. Top of the second, about ready to go as we start this second inning. I'd like to thank the Harris County Sheriff's Office, Carolite Collin, and Pine Mountain Chiropractic, Dr. Jeff Russell. Ashton Murphy will lead things off for Kell to start off the second. Called strike to start off Murphy. He retired the first two in the top of the first on grounders, but two singles and a walk sandwiched in between those. Got to run in. Here's a grounder to Dimitri, charging in, makes the play. One away. So that'll bring up Caleb Narcisse. Right fielder for Kell. Starling comes set, delivers the first one to Narcisse, and it is up and in. 1 ball, no strikes. Called strike, 1-1. Called strike, 2-2. Another nice crowd here in Hamilton. Football team out there down towards the facility. First day of spring practice for them. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes. Before you know it, right here on Kudzu Sports, we'll have Harris County football. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Caleb Narcisse, and it is down and away, full count. Braden Hatcher on deck. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. First strikeout for Jackson Starling today. 3-2 pitch, got Narcisse to go after one, and there's 2 away. So here's Braden Hatcher, and before his AB, the defensive lineup for Harris County Tigers, about the same as Scheme 2's. With Gowdy out in left, Angel in center, Dimitri out in right. Swing and a miss to start off Hatcher. The infield with Will Dimitri at third, Hudson Clark at first, middle infielders being Elder and McEldoon. No balls and a strike to Braden Hatcher. Another swing and a miss, 0-2. Well, time before that pitch was thrown, so it will not count. Still 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 away here in the second. Fouls that one away. Hatcher really enjoys all those colors. You see his elbow guard, his bat even, his shin guard, a whole lot of neon and pink and turquoise. There's a called strike 3. A 1-2-3 second for Jackson Starling. Bottom of the second, 5-6-7 due up. It's Cole Angel starting things off. Evan Brand back to work after putting up a 0 in the bottom of the first. Tigers will try and get to him here. Gowdy had a single. He only hit so far for Harris County. Open away to start off Cole Angel. Ball and no strikes. One outside. So 2-0. Pops this one in the air towards the left side of the infield. Looks like Castleberry will be the one to take it. He will, and there's one away. And here comes Luke McEldoon.
Now batting for Harris County, number 7, Luke McEldoon.
McEldoon had a really nice first day of this series in games 1 and 2. Game 2, he had 3 hits, 2 singles, a double. First one inside. Drew a walk in game 1. They strike out and they fly out as well. But he has been a tough out. 1 ball, 1 strike here. On the ground to the left side, and that is through. A worm burner into left for a 1-out single for Luke McEldoon. That'll bring up Caden Dimitri.
Now batting for Harris County, number 11, Caden Dimitri.
So say if Harris County wins this game, the next series would be in East Forsyth. Because of a coin flip that was decided yesterday, this one fouled off Dimitri's foot, so it's going to be foul. But coin flip yesterday to decide who gets home field advantage, since East Forsyth and Harris County are both the same seeds. They decided off the coin flip whether it be the top team in the bracket or the bottom team. East Forsyth winning the coin toss, so the winner of this series will have to go all the way up there. Here's a grounder to short. Castleberry flips it to Murphy. Throw back to first, not in time. Just about a carbon copy of the first inning. Got the first guy, a single, and then a fielder's choice. So 1 on, 2 away for Sam Harkins. Harris County, I think, glad to, or at least for Harkins especially, to face a right-handed batter. He pulls that one, but just foul. Harkins very productive in game 2 of this series. 2 sac flies. So he picked up 2 RBIs. Behind 0-1. Brand deals that one down and in. They had Patrick Honeyman pitching in game 2 of that series, who was also a lefty. Pulls that one again. That one definitely foul. 1-2. It's Caden Dimitri down at first with 2 away here in the bottom of the second. No runs on 2 hits for the Tigers. That one outside. 2-2. Count even, 2-2. Pickoff try down at first. With the later start today, hoping to get more of a crowd here in Hamilton. Yesterday, starting during school hours, so more students able to come. Harkins strikes out here to end the bottom of the second. We go to the third, 1-0 Kell. Third inning bell ready to get going, but before, I'd like to remind you that the Georgia High School Association is a voluntary nonprofit organization composed of over 450 public and private high schools, and the GHSA administers regulations for region and state competitions in 19 sports and 2 activities. Founded in 1908, the GHSA strives to promote good sportsmanship, participant safety, and fair play among its member schools. For more information, you can visit ghsa.net. Follow official GHSA on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And they would like to thank their corporate partners for their valuable support of high school athletics and activities. Alpha Insurance, Georgia Electric Membership Corporation, Gatorade, Wilson, BSN Sports, Atlanta Hawks, Mizuno, Atlanta Braves, Subway, Sports Medicine South, Atlanta Track Club, NFHS Network, Regions Bank, Max Preps, GoFan, and Georgia Public Broadcasting. Patrick Honeyman digs in to start off the third, and he swings and misses at a fastball, 0-1. Starling getting ahead quickly, and there's a called strike to make it 0-2. Just off the plate now, 1-2. After Honeyman, it'll be back to the top of the lineup with Evan Brand. Starling ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, he got him. 3 straight strikeouts for Jackson Starling dating back to last inning to bring up Evan Brand, who is 0 for 1 so far, grounded out to second in his first try.
Number 17, top of the lineup, Evan Brand.
Inside to Brand. Also Kell's starting pitcher for today. On the ground to second, McEldoon there. 2 down. 2 ground outs to second for Evan Brand to start his game. That'll bring up Brock Burris, who grounded out to third
Now batting
in the first.
3, Brock Burris.
Starling trying to get the tough lefties at the top of the lineup, and Brand and Burris. He got Brand so far. See if he can set him down in order here in the third. Breaking ball is fouled off. Called strike 0-2. Starling struck out Honeyman, got Brand to ground out. Misses the 0-2 to Brock Burris. And he sends that one foul down the line. Still a ball and 2 strikes to Burris. Starling deals this one again fouled off, so Burris staying alive here with 2 down in the third. Kell with a 1-0 advantage over Harris County. Trip to the Elite Eight on the line here in Game 3 of this series. One, 2. Back up the middle and a base hit for Burris. 2-out single to keep the third inning alive. Same thing happened back in the first. He was able to get the first 2. But then a base hit from Preston Bottoms, who is coming up right now. He later came around to score in that first inning. The only run of this ball game so far. Allowing base runners with 2 outs and allowing them to come around the scores. Really harsh, right? Those are the runs you really hate the most. I mean, you hate giving up runs in the first place, but when you're especially a strike away from getting out of those types of innings, and that was a big story in Game 1 of this series when they lost 6-2. They had a lot of defensive errors, just mistakes really all around that kept Kell in innings. They were able to capitalize on those errors that Harris County made. Don't know the exact number it was, but it was, I believe, 5, maybe more. Runner taken off, a called strike. Harkins couldn't get the ball out of his glove, so it'll stay 1-1. As Burris goes down to second. Well, now a runner in scoring position with 2 away. 1 ball, 1 strike to bottom. Singled in the first. A weak chopper back to Starling. This should end the frame. It will. So Kell leaves 1, and we go to the bottom of the third. Bottom of the third, ready to go. From the bottom of the order, here comes Jacob Gilstrap, DHing for the Tigers today. So it'll be 9-1-2 due up for Harris County. Two hits so far for the Tigers. One off the bat of Luke Gowdy and one from Luke McEldoon. So the Luke's getting it done here so far. Gilstrap, bouncer to third. A nice play by Hatcher. And a solid throw for the first out. And now here's Will Dimitri.
Now batting for Harris County, number 5, Will Dimitri.
Bases empty here with 1 away to bring up Dimitri. 0 for 1 so far. A ground out to third in his first try. Here's one to short. Could be close. Castleberry, throw to first in time. Nice play for the second out. 2 quick ground outs to start off the home third to bring up Luke Gowdy.
Now batting for your Tigers, number 26, Luke Gowdy.
Tigers looking to erase that 0 on the board still. There's a strike to start off Gowdy. No balls and a strike. This one weakly over to short. That's going to be a close play. No throw. Castleberry just had to put it in his pocket. So Gowdy with a second infield single of the day. Keeps the home third alive for Dejan Elder. Could certainly use one of those go-ahead home runs right about now. Outside. May see Gowdy in motion here. And this at bat. Gowdy a lot of speed, maybe wanting to get into scoring position with a guy up to the plate that can certainly get a job done and tie this game up. 2 balls, no strikes to Elder. Curveball finds the zone, now 2-1. Hudson Clark on deck, 0 for 1 so far, grounded out to second. So here's the 2-1 from Brand. That one down and away, 3-1. Hitters count for Elder. Brand comes set, delivers the 3-1. That one finds the zone, full count. Nice pitch from Evan Brand. Mentioned he has a fastball, curveball, and a changeup. His fastball sitting around mid to high 80s. So 3-2 with 2 away. Into right center field. Narcisse and Burris over. It's going to be Narcisse to grab it towards the track. The Tigers leave 1. They trail by 1 as we go to the 4th. Jaden Bibby will lead off the 4th inning for Kell. Drew a walk in the first, later got thrown out at third to end that 1st inning. So he is 0 for 0 to start today's game, and he fouls the first one away. No balls and a strike. Misses high, now 1-1. The wind yesterday blowing straight out to center field. Today looking like it's going from left to right. Hit weakly to third. And Will Dimitri there, 1 away. Bring up Sam Castleberry, 1 for 1 with an RBI single.
Now batting for Kell.
Responsible for that only run of the game here so far. Both pitchers dealing here so far. One ball, no strikes. This is popped up weakly again over towards the crowd. 1-1. Murphy on deck. He's 0 for 1 as well. Called strike 1-2. Top of the fourth here, one away. 1-2 into right field. Caden Dimitri over to his left, and there's two away. Looked like it might be trouble off the bat, but Dimitri able to reel it in to bring up Ashton Murphy with the bases empty and two away. Now setting down the first two. Again, the trouble has come for Jackson Starling tonight with 2 outs and the bases empty. Look to close out this inning. He did in the second, setting Kell down in order. This one into center field. That will drop down for a base hit. So more 2-out production for Kell. Ashton Murphy sends the first pitch into center field. And there's one aboard with 2 away to bring up Caleb Narcisse, who went down swinging in the second inning. So with Murphy down at first, Starling again over to first. Back in safely both times is Ashton Murphy. And still just a 1-0 game. Kell grabbed that run back in the first inning. This one over to short. Elder there, flip to McEldoon at second. There's out number 3. We're on to the bottom of the fourth, and we're halfway through game 3 of this series. Bottom of the fourth, ready to go. Heart of the order due up for Harris County. So far, still a goose egg on the board for him. Just 3 hits, 0 runs. Clark will start things off with Colt Angel and Luke McEldoon to follow behind him. Clark grounded out to second in the first, as that first one misses in the dirt. One ball, no strikes. Brand deals this one also off the plate. Defensive lineup for Kell with Bottoms out in left, Burris in center, Narcisse out in right. Here's the 2-0. This one popped up over towards second. And there's one away. So the infield for Kell with Hatcher at third, Bibby at first, and Castleberry and Murphy making up the middle infield for Kell. Here's Cole Angel for 1, flew out to short. So bases empty, 1 away. That was one we'll miss away. Gowdy has 2 singles. McEldoon has 1, and now a nice grab from Brand on the mound to rob Angel of a base hit. Similar play to Dejon Elders in game 1 of this series to bring up Luke McEldoon, has 1 of the 3 Harris County hits here so far. He has 2 outs with the bases empty, and Coach Jenkins wants a quick message to Luke McEldoon, who, as I've mentioned before, has been super productive in this series here so far. Evan Brand is stealing here so far. Getting through 3 scoreless innings here, and out away from a 4th as this is into center field, and Burris is there, so he gets through 4 scoreless. We're on to the 5th. It's still 1-0. We start the 5th inning with Braden Hatcher. Starling, a really nice outing here so far. Gave up that run back in the 1st, but just 0 since then. Hatcher fouls this to foul ground, but it will be out of play. Heads up over there. So jumping ahead on Hatcher, 0-1. Down and away, 1-1. It's Hatcher, then Honeyman, and then Evan Brandt. Wrapping up the second way through the order. Inside, 2-1. Weekly to third. Dimitri in, throw to first in plenty of time. 1 away. Well, the defense has been really strong here in Game 3. After Game 1, it wasn't so much of that. So far, really nice in the infield and the outfield. Here is Patrick Honeyman. Struck out back in the 3rd. Two balls, no strikes here to Honeyman. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Brand awaits on deck, 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts to second. One down here, bases empty in the top of the 5th. Pitch on the way, and it's down and away. Hitters count for Honeyman. 3-1, a swing and a miss, full count. Sweet 16 last year was the round Harris County got put out by Allatoona. They're looking for a different story here in 2026. They beat Pace Academy in the first round last year. They didn't have any home playoff games, but this year able to get to the Sweet 16 before having to go on the road. There's a walk to Honeyman with one down here in the fifth to bring up Evan Brand.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now batting number 17, Evan Brand.
Brand doubled in game 2 of the series, but it was a quiet night offensively after that. But game 1 had 2 hits, a double, a single, also drew a walk, and was intentionally walked in the 6th inning with a runner down at third. And that one they say misses, so it's 1-1. Honeyman down at first here with one away. The 1-1 on the way. Called strike, 1-2. Pops this one up. Will Dimitri going back in foul ground, and he reels it in. 2 down. And here's Brock Burris, 1 for 2 so far. Grounded out to third and had a base hit in the third. Also a stolen base for him as well. Starling comes set. Here's the first pitch. A grounder to short. Elder scoops it up. Another pitch to McEldoon. And Starling gets through 5 with only 1 run given up. We start the bottom of the 5th with Caden Dimitri.
Now batting for your Tigers, number 11, Caden Dimitri.
Evan Brand will go back to work on the mound. He's been really, really good here so far. Just 3 hits given up. Oddly enough, all of them to hitters named Luke. Caden Dimitri trying to break that streak. I don't know if he will here. This is popped up. It will be foul. No balls and a strike to Caden Dimitri. One off the plate, 1-1. Brand deals the 1-1. Grounded foul towards the Kell dugout. Dimitri behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Grounded again, just fouled down the line. Cal looking for their first Elite Eight appearance since 2024. That one ripped down the line, but it's going to go foul. But yeah, their first Elite Eight appearance since just 2 years ago when they made that Final Four run. Got put out by Logan'sville, who would later go on to win the state championship over Cartersville. One ball, 2 strikes to Dimitri. Brand deals, and that one inside, nearly hit him. Two and two. Swing and a miss, and he gets Dimitri swinging. And there's one down. That his second strikeout of the evening. And here's Sam Harkins.
Number 12, Sam Harkins.
Well, the scores of yesterday's games between East Forsyth and Maynard Jackson was all East Forsyth. In game 1, winning 10-0. This one fouled down the third base line. But 10-0 in game 1 of that series. East Forsyth getting the win. And then game 2, they shut him out again, winning 6-0 and sweeping Jackson to advance to the Elite Eight. Again, the winner of this game will face them at East Forsyth. 0-1. Now 1-1. Looking for a breakthrough from the bottom of the order here in the bottom of the 5th. There's a called strike, 1-2. One down here in the bottom of the 5th. Base is empty. Two and two. Jacob Gilstrap on deck. Spiked in the dirt, now a full count. See if Harkins could reach here. Bring up Gilstrap and start an inning for the Tigers. 3-2 on the way, and then misses away. Sam Harkins with a nice AB to draw a walk. So he goes down to first, and here comes Jacob Gilstrap.
Now batting for your Tigers, number 6, Jacob Gilstrap.
Gilstrap so far 0 for 1, a grounder out to third. Back in the third inning. Looks like that's Caleb Jenkins running in place of Sam Harkins up there down at first. 1 ball, no strikes to Gilstrap. Hasn't been the best series for him, but he's looking to change that here. That one outside, a throw down to first. Jenkins almost got caught leaning, but he's back in safely. Gilstrap ahead, 2-0. That one outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Now, if Gilstrap can reach, you go back to the top of the lineup. You have Will Dimitri with what would be 2 base runners and only 1 out. 3-0 is going to be a pickoff try down to first. Jenkins in safely. Only 1 out. Dimitri struck out to start the bottom of the 5th. Brand deals the 3-0, and it is a called strike. Trying to fight back in the AB. Three-one. Called strike. Full count. Tying run down at first. Go ahead run at the plate. Will Dimitri on deck. Here's the 3-2 from Evan Brand. Pops this one high in the air to left field. It will be in foul ground and out of play. Bottoms couldn't get to it, fortunately. So keeps the at-bat alive for Jacob Gilstrap. Count still full. Jenkins down at first in place of Harkins after his walk. This one into right center field. That ball is caught. And Jenkins is going to get doubled up at first if he doesn't get back in time, and he will be doubled up. And that is going to end the 5th inning and send us to the 6th. Still 1-0 Kell. So we start the 6th inning with Jackson Starling after a frustrating end to the 5th inning. It'll start with Preston Bottoms, 1 for 2 so far. So Starling's first pitch of the inning is a called strike. Good news in the bottom of the 6th, Harris County will have the top of the order due up. Starling ahead, 0-1. Grounded towards Clark at first, backhands it, takes it himself, and there's the first out of the 6th. That'll bring up Jaden Bibby.
Now batting, number 24, Jaden Bibby.
Bibby 0 for 1, drew a walk in the first, flew out to third in his second time out. Starling tried to get him away to chase, but missed just a little too far outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Fouled back, 1-1. Castleberry on deck. Drove in the only run of this ball game so far. Here's the 1-1 from Starling. Hit well to center field. Cole Angel going towards it, and he corrals it, 2 down. Starling has been just so good here. He was very good in the region championship. That was his last long outing of the season when he went about 7 full innings. I'm sure a little more than that. And he was really dominant until surrendering that walk-off home run, but now we'll have to face Sam Castleberry with the bases empty and 2 away. There is action in the Harris County pen, but trying to get eyes on who it is out there. This one popped weakly over towards Starling, and he makes the grab. So he sets him down in order, and now maybe some time for some offense in the bottom of the sixth. Bottom of the sixth, about ready to go. Will Dimitri will start things off. So it's the top of the order. 1, 2, 3, due up. Will Dimitri, Luke Gowdy, and Dejan Elder.
Let's go.
Evan Brand back to work. Tigers 6 outs to work with. First one down and away. Look to just try and get some base runners. That one misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Brand delivers. Pops this one high in the air over towards the Kell dugout. And out of play. Dimitri staying alive. 2 balls and a strike. Keeping that one just out of play. Will ahead, 2 balls and a strike. He's 0 for 2 today, 2 ground outs. And that's outside, 3-1. If he would reach, Luke Gowdy would follow. The 3-1 hit high in the air to center field. Burris camping under at 1 down. So now here's Luke Gowdy, has 2 hits here today. There's only 3 hits total for the Tigers, and Gowdy responsible for 2 of them. One down here, base is empty. Pops this one over in foul ground. It is caught by Jaden Bibby, 2 down. So now it's Dejan Elder.
Here we go for Harris County. Now batting number 13, Dejan Elder.
Brand through 5 scoreless. Elder had a big 2-run homer yesterday. He'll look to wipe the goose egg off the board here. First pitch, outside. Looked to be maybe a promising start to the inning with Will Dimitri getting ahead 3 balls and a strike, and then he flew out. Here's a chopper to third. Hatcher with a nice play. The throw is scooped up by Bibby. And the Tigers down in order in the 6th. It's on to the 7th. So we start the 7th inning. Jackson Starling is going to go back out for a 7th inning of work. It's going to be Ashton Murphy, Caleb Narcisse, and Braden Hatcher. Harris County desperately needing to keep this a one-run game. That one run came all the way back in the 1st inning on Preston Bottoms, Sam Castleberry's RBI single. Bottoms was the one to score. And the frustrating part of this is, I talked about this a little earlier with the 2-out production that Kell has had. That one run back in the 1st came with 2 outs after giving up that single to Bottoms and then walking Bibby. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Murphy. And it misses, 2-1. It'll be 4-5-6 for Harris County. In the bottom of the 7th, they'll look for a walk-off winner or try and send it to extras, as this has popped up and out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, first pitch was at 4 o'clock. With all these zeros, we've only been on this game for about an hour and 20 minutes. They have been quick outs here today from both sides. Kell trying to squeak their way through to the Elite Eight. Back up the middle, that is through. Leadoff single to start off the 7th for Ashton Murphy. His 2nd hit of the evening.
Now batting number 5, Caleb Narcisse.
So here's Caleb Narcisse. Grabbed that fly ball out in center field. Ended that 6th inning. Showing bunt, pulls back, and it's going to be a ball. One ball, no strikes. Showing bunt again, lays it down over towards Starling. And he tosses it to first for the 1st out. So that'll bring up Braden Hatcher, 0 for 2 so far today.
Now batting number 21.
That puts a runner in scoring position for Kell with only 1 down. Again, Sweet 16 here in Hamilton, Georgia. The winner of this game will face East Forsyth in the Elite Eight. Hatcher calls for time. First pitch to Braden Hatcher from Jackson Starling, and it hit him. And there's 2 aboard with only 1 away for Patrick Honeyman.
Patrick Honeyman.
And looks like a mound meeting here between Coach Jenkins, Sam Harkins, and Jackson Starling. It is Caden Harrison in the pen, but they're going to decide to roll with Starling here. Don't know maybe if you get back to that top of the order, if they bring out Caden Harrison. Brand has already seen Starling 3 times here today, so if Honeyman doesn't roll into this double play, it'll be decision time for Harris County. Murphy down at second, Hatcher at first. First one a called strike. Big start to the at-bat for Jackson Starling. Harris County turned 2 double plays yesterday in game 2. One here would be huge. That one up and in. Again, Brand on deck. 2 ground outs and a fly out for him. But always capable of doing damage, but trying to get past Honeyman first. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Kell has not had multiple runners on base all game until now. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Trying to set down Honeyman. Struck out back in the 3rd, drew a walk in the 5th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 aboard, 1 away. And he calls for time. Stakes high here in game 3 of this series. A massive pitch on the way. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Starling comes set, deals the pitch. On the ground, foul. Still 2-2. Again, it's Murphy down at second, Hatcher at first. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, the delivery from Starling pops this one up, and it's out of play. Still 2-2. And it hit him. That's going to load the bases for Evan Brand, and now decision time for Coach Jenkins. See if he wants to bring in Caden Harrison to face the Georgia Tech commit, or if they're going to roll with Starling. Coach Jenkins is inching his way out towards the mound, and now here he comes. See if this is just a decision. No, he's going to point out to the bullpen, and looks like it'll be Caden Harrison to face Evan Brand with the bases loaded and only 1 out in the 7th inning. And so now, as we have the chance, the Georgia High School Association is a voluntary nonprofit organization composed of over 450 public and private high schools. The GHSA administers regulations for region and state competition in 19 sports and 2 activities. And founded in 1908, the GHSA strives to promote good sportsmanship, participant safety, and fair play among its member schools. And you can visit GHSA.net, follow official GHSA on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for more information. And the Georgia High School Association would also like to thank its corporate partners for their valuable support of high school athletics and activities: Alpha Insurance, Georgia Electric Membership Corporation, Gatorade, Wilson, BSN Sports, Atlanta Hawks, Mizuno, Atlanta Braves, Subway, Sports Medicine South, Atlanta Track Club, NFHS Network, Regions Bank, Max Preps, GoFan, and Georgia Public Broadcasting. We're back in the 7th inning with Caden Harrison coming out of the bullpen. For Harris County, he has a very, very tough spot. Trying to keep this a one-run game, but the base is loaded, only 1 out, and he has to face Evan Brand, face of this Kell team, and the first one misses outside. Of course, nowhere to put Evan Brand. If he walks, a run would score. All eyes on the double play. 1 ball, no strikes. Breaking ball finds the zone, 1-1. Brock Burris is on deck. And here's the 1-1. Outside. Brand 0 for 3 here in today's game. He's grounded out to second twice, and he flew out to third. He's ahead, 2 balls and a strike here. In play to left center field, that is going to get into the gap. Gowdy there. A run will score. So it's a long single, and it's a 2-0 game. Evan Brand comes through for Kell to bring up Brock Burris.
Now batting, number 3, Brock Burris.
And Brand, assuming he comes out for the bottom of the 7th, giving himself some run support. It was really no trouble other than that first inning, and now here in the 7th inning. Still only 1 down. And that one misses. Burris 1 for 3, singled in the 3rd. He's going to step out. Still a ball and no strikes. The 1-0. Outside, 2-0. Every base occupied. A Longhorn on every base. So 2 balls, no strikes to Burris. Again, you can't walk him. You have to give him something to hit. And he did. As a fly ball to right field, Dimitri grabs it. Runner's going to tag. The throw all the way from right field. Gets away from Harkins, and now both runners headed to second and third. They'll be safe, and it's a 3-0 game. But a big second out.
Now batting, number 4.
And here's Preston Bottoms, 1 for 3. A single in the first. He came around to score in the first. He was the only run in this game before the 7th inning. And here comes Coach Jenkins going out to the mound. Or maybe not, wanting a word with one of the umpires. I'm not sure what this is about. But just to set the stage here, Game 3 of the Sweet 16. The winner will face East Forsyth in the Elite 8. A pitcher's duel here today. It was a 1-0 game entering the 7th inning. Starling ran into some trouble, exited this game. Caden Harrison came in with the bases loaded. Jackson Starling was responsible for all those runners. 2 in scoring position here and 2 away for Preston Bottoms. And he grounds this to Dimitri, and he throws across the diamond to first. So the Tigers will look for a rally in the bottom of the 7th when we come back. Bottom of the 7th, it'll start with Hudson Clark. Cole Angel and Luke McEldoon will follow. They need 3 runs to force extras. 4 runs would win it. Evan Brand is going to come out for 7th inning. Harris County going to try and make Kell regret that decision. So Clark digs in. First pitch from Brand, a grounder to third. And it's Hatcher there, and a costly first out here in the 7th. Bring up Cole Angel.
Now batting for your Tigers, number 19, Cole Angel.
Harris County hasn't really done a great job of getting deep into counts today. That last inning, only about 7 pitches from Evan Brand, but hasn't had to work too much. As Angel into left field, but it is caught by Bottoms, and there's 2 down. And now they're really going to need some magic. It'll start here with Luke McEldoon. Had a single back in the 2nd inning. He flew out in the 4th.
Luke McEldoon.
Brand trying to send his team to the Elite 8. Harris County has not been shut out all season. And now would be a very costly time for that, as the first one is outside. Season on the line here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a strike, 1-1. Called strike, 1-2. Brand looking for a complete game here in Game 3 of this series. He's ahead on McEldoon, a ball and 2 strikes. And it's down and away, 2-2. Caden Dimitri on deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Pops this one up, and it is foul. So it continues. Still 2-2. Brand comes set. Pitch on the way. It's low. Full count. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Pops this weakly over towards Brand, and a fitting way to end it. They pop up to Evan Brand, so that will finish the game, and Kell wins the series 2-1. But a really nice series between these two teams. Game 1 was taken by Kell, 6-2. Game 2 was taken by Harris County, 9-6. But Harris County gets shut out in Game 3, and they lose 3-0 to Kell. They gave up a run in the 1st, gave up 2 in the 7th. But a really, really nice series. A big congratulations to Kell, and they will face East Forsyth in the Elite 8. But that will do it here for the Harris County Tigers season. Before I get off, I just want to give a big thanks to Rick Beach and Coach Jenkins and everyone that has allowed me to be up here this season to call these games. I've had so much fun, and I cannot wait to be back up here next year. Tyler Dykes, he's done a wonderful job up here producing. It's been a real pleasure working with him. So for everyone up here, for Tyler Dykes, for Ethan Pettit, we will see you next time on Kudzu Sports.
At Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Let's kick off 2026 with a bang. We will not be undersold. Powerful full-size Chevy Silverados up to $13,750 off. Rugged mid-size Chevy Colorados up to $9,000 off. Enjoy no payments until springtime. Get your lowest price guaranteed today. Smart people from all over the USA come to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to smile.
For the big, for the small, the short, and the tall. Peacemakers, risk takers, for the optimists, pessimists, exhibitionists, for long distance love, for the farsighted, nearsighted, for introverts and extroverts, for the thinkers and the doers, for old friends. Coca-Cola, for everyone.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
At Planet Fitness, there's strength in numbers. The number of different workouts to do.
1, 2, 3.
Different clubs to do it in. Friends to do it with.
Looking good, everybody.
Here we are.
And the number of ways to recover from it all.
You got this, come on.
And it all adds up to one membership. The Planet Fitness Black Card. Access any location, bring a friend anytime, and recover in the Black Card Spa.
One more, everybody.
We're all strong on this planet. Planet Fitness.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Vision's morning show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Vision's morning show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Vision's morning show, and download the Sports Vision's radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location, being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Perdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.